Is the GOP betting on convention chaos in Cleveland? My next guest says it'll take nothing short of an orchestrated party effort to keep Trump from hitting that magic number before July. Howard Kurtz, Fox News media analyst, host of Media Buzz. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Bill.
First on the media, you say after last night, they're coming around.
Finally coming out of
Trump. What
denial,
do you say?
but not yet completing the 12-step program. Look, this has been the biggest media debacle in a presidential campaign in my lifetime. Not just the months of most of the press mocking and minimizing and underestimating Donald Trump, but missing the magnitude of the public anger and frustration that's enabled him to win all these states. But with all this chatter now about delegate math and scenarios and a contested convention, some still think Trump's not going to be the guy.
You call it a media debacle?
Oh.
I'm looking forward to reading that article. Trump has 7.5 million votes. Does the party want to take those people and chuck them to the side this summer?
Well, I'll make a caveat, which is depends on how Ted Cruz does in the remaining states and how close he can get to Donald Trump. But if Trump goes to Cleveland, and let's say he's 100 votes short of the magic 1237, if the party elders, the remnants of the establishment who are so opposed to this outsider billionaire, were to try to hijack the nomination, take it away from him, which they could do under the rules, they will rupture the Republican Party. They will leave millions of people who turned out, who maybe haven't voted much before for Donald Trump. They will be furious, and I think it will be a prescription for disaster for the GOP in the fall.
Politico reports that John Boehner in Florida endorsed Paul Ryan for the nominee this morning. Watch that story. Now, Michael Barone, you know him?
I do indeed.
Big brain. In December, he wrote this: "No, there won't be a brokered national convention." Here's the case he makes. 70 years ago, the last time you had this, you had to go physically in person to talk to one another, and now you don't need that with technology, and that's why you will not have a brokered convention. On its face, this is a great topic for you to explore.
Absolutely. I mean, and of course, the media wants some kind of drama going into Cleveland, because otherwise we have to say the race is over, and then it's Hillary, versus Trump. So I think that Barone absolutely has a point. I think that anybody who's close to the 1237, namely Trump, possibly Cruz, will be making deals and offering things and building alliances before they get to Cleveland, because we have telephones now, we have Skype, and we have Twitter. And it's likely that this will be settled before the convention, although the media junkies all hope it won't, because none of us have ever covered a contested convention.
Brokered convention and contested convention, they are different and they are significant. Brokered is much more serious than a contested convention, which you saw in 1976 with Ford and Reagan.
Right. Well, I mean, it's a little bit of PC linguistics, because somebody's trying to do the brokering, somebody's trying to make deals. And look, that's part of politics. If you don't get to the goal, you got to get 50% plus one. Maybe somebody gets an ambassadorship
on the first ballot.
Yeah, and you don't want to go to a 107th ballot as they did in the old days. But at the same time, there can't really be a brokered convention, because John Boehner may want Paul Ryan to be president. And Paul Ryan didn't particularly want to be speaker. Now he's going to be the reluctant draftee for president. But they don't pull the strings anymore in this fractured age.
Media debacle. There he is, Howard Kurtz. Nice to see you, Howard.
Good to see you, Bill.